Hi, today is February 4th, 2024, and here are my poems for the day. The first one is poem number 189 for the year, Sparrows Arranged. Sparrows arranged every which way, like they're running some complicated football play, like they're trying to spell something out, like they each want to be alone together, like they each want to be together alone. Like each one is the center of a universe, like each one is part of a whole, like each one is an entire world, like each one is eating food that someone scattered on the ground, like each one and all of them are all chowing down. Poem number 190, Mary's Little Lamb. Mary's Little Lamb is the shit, fucking hardcore. Lammy is always like, check out my fleece, it is whiter than the best cocaine you ever had. And Lammy is like, fuck your rules. I follow Mary wherever the fuck she goes. So if she's going to school, I'm going to school. And if anybody doesn't like it, they can fuck with me and find out what happens. And some people didn't like it, but nobody fucked with Lammy. And Lammy stayed in school and got a postdoctorate. And now Lammy is outstanding in the field, or whatever it was that Lammy got that degree in. Lammy is bold and brilliant and the shit, and Lammy is outstanding in the field. Poem number 191, whatever it was. She wanted to be more involved with them. She sometimes felt alone when she was with them, and most of the rest of the time when she was with them, there was a lack of depth to their whole whatever it was. She liked the way they fucked her, and she liked that they liked the way that she fucked them. But she wanted more than that. But she didn't want it quite enough to say anything. And she didn't know if they also wanted more, because they didn't ever say anything about whatever it was that they were doing either. So they, meaning she and they, kept doing whatever it was they were doing. Whatever it was wasn't optimal, but it was better than nothing. It was sufficient for the time being, whatever it was. Poem number 192, My Mediocre Shit. I often find I prefer my mediocre shit to my good shit and my bad shit. It's like the porridge that's not too hot and not too cold. Sometimes mediocre is just right. Poem number 193, Without Caffeine. Everything was out of order yesterday. First I showered, then I put the laundry in, then I wrote some poems, then the laundry went into the dryer, then I wrote more poems, then I recorded the poems, then I got the laundry up the stairs and I posted the poems, then I folded the laundry, then I meditated, then I had tea. This morning I did things the usual way. Woke up, meditated, and now I'm drinking tea while writing poems. Now I'm recording the poems. This is my usual routine, and it's what feels right. But yesterday didn't feel wrong, just different. And the poems didn't seem to suffer, and the laundry and the poems both got done before 9:30 a.m. That's pretty fucking nice. And it happened without caffeine. I was without caffeine until 10 yesterday, and the world didn't end. Poem number 194, Prayer into Meditation. For the first time ever yesterday morning, a prayer slipped into the meditation. I was thinking the mantra as I do, and suddenly I found myself humbly asking for my shortcomings with food to be removed. I didn't exactly feel as though I had hit rock bottom with food, but I felt kind of desperate about how I keep eating so much late at night. And there it was, maybe 12 minutes in to the meditation, I found myself asking for help with food. And I don't believe in God, so I don't know who I was asking. I was just asking. But I'll tell you this. Last night, I got home at 8:30, and I ate nothing before I went to sleep a few hours later. And it didn't feel like willpower. It felt like surrender to something. I don't know how it worked, but it worked. I felt less desperate this morning, and no prayer slipped into the meditation, in case you were wondering. And last poem of the day, poem number 195, Update. Here's an update. The 2017 Comptech Terminator 6000S that I was going on and on about yesterday sold at auction for $85,000 on Thursday. The initial bid was set at $10,000, which was already too rich for my blood. If I had $10,000 to spend, I'd buy that new Super 8 camera that Kodak released a few months ago and maybe a zoom lens for it, and I'd still have a few grand left for film. I don't need to shred without limits, and I don't need to film with or without limits. For now, I will just keep trying to write without limits. All right, that's it. Thank you. I appreciate you.